combinations that are just so smart. If they both flash, CALISTE is going to flash there anyway. It doesn't accomplish anything. Look at the buy for CALISTE, by the way. It's a refillable, God. And that is just horrible. It is a bit of a horror. It has been a tough day in the 2v2 for them in general, and ONER is now down here with no flash on Varus.
Yeah, YIKE is here as well, though, going for a little bit of a defensive play. There's the flash flag and drag, but the XIAOXIANG is there to meet them. CALISTE just getting taken down. It's going to be first blood over to ONER. YIKE trying to make sure that they can at least get one back, but he is dead as well. BUSIO running for the hills, and it's a 2-for-1 for T1.
That's really well done by T1. I think some junglers would have made the mistake there of actually EQ flashing, and then they would lose out on the flag and drag damage.
Yeah.
It was actually critical to flash first in that situation. They needed the additional damage there from ONER, and he knew it. If the jungler is there and I EQ flash in, I will just die. So instead, he flashed to watch when you're watching the best players in the world, right? They just have so much thought.
Oh dear, BUSIO is just dead. In the meantime, PEYZ in a little bit of trouble, but obviously Faker is here, and he's looking to try and lock down the kill onto CALISTE. He'll get there, 100 health on PEYZ. That is just enough to keep him pushing this lane, and T1 close to a 2,000 gold lead at 4 minutes.
Yeah, that is really rough stuff here, especially, you know, when you are going Varus and Nico, and you're thinking you're going to have a pretty strong 2v2, but things went so bad so early. So here's that earlier play. Like I said, he knows CALISTE has no flash. It's not going to go for an EQ flash. Instead, flag drag, so he gets that full damage down onto CALISTE, focusing him down. Even with YIKE in position reading the play, it just didn't matter because ONER got his full damage out, kites well, and creates space for PEYZ.
Yeah, the fire kick as well from KERIA was amazing to make sure that the XIAOXIANG value is just not going to quite be there. As we have a look at this play as well, as BUSIO just taking too much.
Yeah, BUSIO was scrapping too hard there, absolutely. And as soon as the Tangle Barb misses, as soon as that root misses, well, now you have nothing, right? And PEYZ just dashes right past that E and gets right in on him. You can see definitely not looking too happy is CALISTE, as they are just getting blasted right now. And YIKE is going to come down and try to help them out, but he is spotted. ONER is still in the area.
Yeah.
And this bot lane cannot breathe.
Yeah, clears the ward, but now you've got the Jarvan moving down. They know exactly where YIKE is. He knows that he's seen, as DORAN taking a lot of damage here as well. There's the Ghoulie wall down, and CANNA should be able to get this solo kill, but the Q comes in, finds the boulder, and will be able to get rid of the Arc. In the meantime, Faker very close to death as well, but that solo kill from CANNA might be a bit of hope back for KC.
Yeah,
what is happening here? Okay, that's a bit of extra money, as Tibbers did a fair bit of work there to Faker.
I kind of want to see the top lane again, because look how many minions are there. That was like a triple stacked wave.
Yeah.
That he just died on. That is
and
brutal.
There's no cannon to soak this either. So if you've finished work, log in with your Riot ID and watch live for a chance to earn MSI 2026 drops. And Isaac, you can do that. Maybe just put your phone over to the side or something like that. You're not allowed to do it while you're working. And I'm watching, okay? You haven't actually reached for it, though, so I don't know why I'm being mean. Let's have a look at this little fight towards the top side, though, as the gnaw back is beautiful onto DORAN. He does have some ghoulies here, but he is just going to be dropped down, and that is beautiful play from KC. I think playing towards your winning lane is a great way out of In the meantime, exactly right. If you start that fight, you're going to have to make sure you finish it quickly, otherwise T1 will rotate over. But ONER is going to be taking a lot of damage here. There's a Cataclysm. He finds a flag and drag towards CALISTE, but he has a brilliant barrier to keep him alive. But T1 also absolutely fine. YEON in this mid lane doing a lot of damage to Faker and holding him in the lane. That is the main thing. As a teleport behind is looking to try and finish this one off. Yeah. Gets himself out of there as YIKE just gets destroyed by PEYZ. Gets over the wall, picks up the double, and CANNA. Can he protect this? 1 versus 3's health bar is massive. We're looking at Faker going down potentially here in this mid lane, but T1, they get away.
That fire kick was looking pretty ultra mega to me. He knocks him back and
also denies the back with the next one as YEON finds a solo volo onto Faker and doesn't take the turret shot. I think he thought he was dead, but just barely gets out of turret range and stops that last shot from happening.
This is such a huge win for T1, though. Look at DORAN. He gets the push in the wave. He's going to get a plate. CANNA TP's away, and that one ultra mega fire kick there from KERIA just completely denies the play. PEYZ flashing on top of YIKE, getting inside of the ultimate.
Older than your older brother. It just doesn't ever really work. As all right, ONER is going to be able to take down this Drake. That is going to be the second one locked in, and it's a Hextech Soul this game as well. A scary one for KC to be staring down the barrel of, but they are not going to react to it. They are just going to kill DORAN again. That's going to be their plan, as DORAN does find a bit of health back with that Q. And actually, it's taking a while to kill him. CANNA will be able to do it, but it does take a little bit of time. 3-0 here. Like, all of the eggs are in the Naba.
We're there to basically just keep him safe.
Yeah, and YIKE taking so much damage. He flashes in to get the knock up onto PEYZ, but he gets himself out. He's got the ulti from KERIA to keep him alive as YIKE goes in, but DORAN just being that front line. The knock comes back though as CANNA turns up. Faker on the flank angle is able to take down the jungler as the Pop Blossom only picks up ONER, and ONER doesn't really care about that. The dash forward from PEYZ, and they will be able to lock down that kill. On the opposite side though, I mean, it is a 2-for-2 trade between the two squads. KC going to be okay with it, I think.
Yeah, honestly, I would say they should be really happy with that. The fact that you got Flash as well off of PEYZ, yeah, BUSIO dies, but being able to get Flash off of PEYZ is worth his life. That is worth its weight in gold. As YIKE goes in here, PEYZ and KERIA kind of flexing on him, but YIKE was there very early, so he's able to push them.
And that's exactly where all of it and more is, as far as the lead is concerned. 3.6 is a big one. And I do want to also talk about how these compositions are going to meet up later on and how it works out for T1 in their favor, because the biggest problem for late game team fights, in my opinion, is CALISTE, because he's going to outrange kind of everyone. The problem is, he is the one that's 0-3. He is the one that's massively in the hole, and all of the money is on CANNA, who is just decidedly short range into a Ryze and a Lucian that are going to be doing so much damage later on from about the range that Nana wants to be playing in.
And that's why, I mean, with CALISTE completely out of the game, it is all about your engage tools, right? It is about Flash Tibbers, it is about Flash Meganar, it is about Flash Pop Blossom, and it is about playing around keeping PEYZ safe here. So PEYZ needs to play well, but we're expecting him to do it.
Well, BUSIO finds the Pop, well, almost finds the Pop Blossom, and now the Realm Warp just to try and get themselves into the fight. That is a brilliant start for KC, though, as ONER is just dead immediately. Faker follows suit, and T1 bit off more than they could chew. The Flash Gnaw, and down goes PEYZ. Massive shutdown, and of course that money goes to the now legendary CANNA.
Yeah, that's a 1K going to CANNA there, as they're going to go straight to the Baron, and they're going to get the Baron here for free. This is crazy. The Realm Warp there was suicidal from Faker.
It was.
They take the Realm Warp in, but YEON has all his abilities. You're Realm Warping into the...
themselves a second Hextech Dragon as well. And having a look here, this is KC on that comeback. T1 though, when the tempo vibes move against them, that is generally the happiest they become. As Faker, what is he doing there?
Well, he's just split pushing, and they're going to try to just trade here on the other side. CANNA.
Yeah, CANNA versus PEYZ looks to be a bit of a 1v1 battle, but KERIA is there to support. As now YEON is going to find Faker as well. CANNA is just going to be taken down though, and PEYZ returns the favor and picks up the shutdown money himself. Faker gets himself out of it. That is going to buy as much space as they can get to try and keep this inner turret alive.
That was actually pretty critical that YIKE had the Krugs there, because he was able to just dash out of the Cataclysm to the Krugs. Had they not been there, I think the vision that ONER had is he Cataclysms in by the tower, Faker one-shots the minions, he takes aggro, has to flash out, has to do something.
Yeah.
But instead, able to get out of there, no problem.
I've seen this play before, as PEYZ just goes into melee range with a mini-Gnar, and he's happy to do so! Chases him down relentlessly, and it's CANNA dead yet again.
And look at bot lane as well. Meanwhile, during all of this, DORAN was just pushing.
Yeah,
he
the
took down
0-5 Yorick having the best time of his life.
When you're 0-5 and you're down 3K on Yorick, you might not win a 1v1 against Gnar, but you know who you can win a 1v1 against? The tower.
Mind, as they are T1. They always think about Baron. That is the thing. And YIKE actually just going to get dashed on by PEYZ. The Crescent Guard comes in as they look to try and use ONER to peel, and down he will go to the GA. Yeah, who is just dead in an instant. You were mentioning the DPS on the culling, and my God, T1 are just going to mow them down. The Narn to 4 from the grave. That one was a little bit too late for CANNA.
That's
and
it.
Speaking of too late, it's too late for KC in this series. I think this one's over.
It's absolutely over. A 5-0 clean ace, 27 minutes in. T1, make no mistake about it.
10-1-7 on PEYZ. This Lucian absolutely dominating in this game number 3, and T1 will move forward here in the play-ins and remain undefeated.
This T1 bot lane, man, they are looking different in play-ins.
And who gets the player of the match, man? Is it KERIA or PEYZ? That's the hard question. Yeah, let's just give it to both of them.
Yeah.
Bottom lane.
We give it to the bottom lane. Desk, what do you think about it?
Right? They could definitely
part
share
of being sharing bot lane is sharing.
Yeah, yeah.
It's probably one of the best parts
What's
here.
mine is yours. Holy moly,
KERIA?
no. PEYZ is just gliding on them in the last game. That was insane.
Why don't my Lucians do that?
Because I'm your Lucian.
There it is. Again,
Oh my goodness.
another dominant performance by T1. Difficult to figure out who is going to take it, but your Oppo player
Doran.
of the series, not Doran, is KERIA. KERIA is the Oppo player of the series. He did fantastic there in that last one, but also going back to the Bard game, being given his best champions, he delivered on every single moment.
And he was a terror in the Pyke game. It
yeah.
felt like every game was him initiating the action, and I do think it was definitely difficult. It's one of those player of the games where you're like, can we share it? Can we like have a really cursed Photoshop of both bot laners like combined together? But no, because I do think a lot of what the early action was especially in the Pyke game for me, it was him constantly finding it. This flash prediction was just so sick. It's going to show up in the eventual highlight reel of his career, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, he was just styling on them. Just some phenomenal play on the Pyke, phenomenal play on the Bard. Milio playing that supportive role for PEYZ, but I think it deserves a mention. Both these players, not much time playing together, and yet they just seem so rock solid as a duo and so much trust in each other. PEYZ, he will dive forwards knowing he has the backing of his support there, challenging CANNA, who is hyper fed at this point, but he knows KERIA has his back.
Hello.
I think he was saying happy birthday, Kobe.
That's so nice.
Thank you.
KERIA's facing that way, looking at you.
I see it.
He's just multitasking as this was the bloodiest 3-0 in international history.
Fun to watch.
We are at the 11th MSI, 16th year of League, LOL Esports, and we continue to make records. So many kills, and again, if you're a KC fan, the opportunity was there. There were opportunities.
I think there's two aspects with it being the bloodiest series. One, KC put up a good fight despite the series score, and two, the circus is in town. The circus has arrived in Daejeon. It was on display, and it was very fun to watch.
I just want to say, I did vote for PEYZ. You know, I'm happy with KERIA also getting it too, but look at that Lucian bar at the bottom. Holy moly, he was doing some work.
That last team fight, straight up shock and awe. Like the ulti straight down on YEON, like the Lucian ulti, immediately flashes away from the Nico ultimate. Like, he played those moments so perfectly.
He made it out the YIKE game.
Yes,
you know, oh, man.
all of it. That was incredible to see. And we're all in danger.
True. Wait a second, we're still in there too. Yeah.
Everyone's still alive, and again, the fact that T1 do it in a 3-0 fashion, saving strats not only for potentially later on in the tournament, but that qualifying play-in game. They are one best-of-5 series away from making it into that main stage, and they just look like the best team here.
Yeah. I mean, they did go for the play-ins for Worlds last year, and they won Worlds.
That was a short play-ins, but I just think right now, with it only being one spot, it looks so tough for these other teams. The fact they still haven't dropped a game, it's messy, but the decisiveness in the team fights is just so hard to match. You know, we've seen even HLE in their series en road to MSI had early leads, and there was that game where T1 just fought their way back from basically nothing. They are a team you cannot disrespect, cannot give a single window to.
I will say, we're not focusing a lot on it because T1 keep winning, but top lane, maybe we'll focus on that later.
At some point.
Raz, final thoughts.
Oh my God. I thought they needed to warm up a little bit in play-ins. I think they're scorching red hot.
I think that they're warming. That's what warming up looks like.
Yeah, that Bunsen burner started immediately.
Yeah.
So that's tough.
Yeah, going to be pretty difficult for anyone to stop them. One series away from making it in to the main stage. We are seconds away from being joined on stage by that Oppo player of the series in the Verizon post-game interview. We're joining KERIA. Let's send it on over now.
MSI 2026 플레인 스테이지 2라운드 승자죠.
MSI 2026 playing stage round 2 winners match.
완벽한 승리를 거두며
T1
4라운드에
take a
진출합니다.
perfect 3-0 victory over
KERIA
Carmine
선수와
Corp
인터뷰
and advance
나눠보겠습니다.
to the next
승리
round.
축하드립니다.
Joining us now is T1 support KERIA. Congratulations on the win. Thank you very much.
캐리아 선수에게도
Since we are in
여쭤봐야겠죠.
PEYZ, I have to ask you this
빵
too.
좋아하시나요?
KERIA, do you like bread?
네, 제가 빵을 또 좋아하는데
I
최근에
love
또
breads.
주말 사이에 또 3대 빵이라는 빵을 좀 좋아하게
Especially
맞습니다.
the recent trend, the trending bread right now is the 3-0 bread, and I think we were able to bake that up.
맛이었던가요?
And with yesterday and today's
좋습니다.
victory combined,
네,
how did that
T1이
6-0 bagel you
진출에
baked
성공하면서
taste?
브레이크 스테이지에
It was
한
really
발 더
good. I liked it.
다가섭니다. 카르미코프 상대로 승리한 소감 여쭤보겠습니다.
With this win, you guys moved one more step closer to the bracket stage. How do you feel after taking down KC?
재밌게 플레이할 수 있을 거라 생각했는데
KC is one of the strong teams, and
네, 그리고
they have a
바드가
lot
나온
of
2세트 얘기를 안 할
experience.
수가 없습니다.
So
이
we were
세트는
looking forward to the
T1
matchup, and I think we were able to have a great game together.
캐리아에게 바드를 풀어? 다들 이런 생각했을
And then
텐데
in game
캐리아
2,
선수는 어떤 생각 드셨나요?
KC let your bard
요즘
through.
근데 바드 할
How
때마다
did
좀
it feel
그 정도
from your
아니었어가지고
side?
좀더 노력해야 될 것
Honestly, my
같고
recent bard plays
그
was
정도
not up to the
아니니까 조금만 더
expectations.
연습할 수 있게
So
좀만 더
I
풀어주셨으면
wish
좋겠습니다.
other teams also let it through so that I can practice bard a little more.
좋습니다. 너무 잘하시더라고요. T1의 한 방은 정말 대단했습니다. 중후반까지 핑퐁 과정을 주고받다가
And T1, the
엄청난
game
한타력으로
was going
경기를
back and
끝내버리는
forth,
장면들이
but the
자주
team
나오는데요.
fight
어떻게
was
가능하다고
the key to
생각하시나요?
success. How
팀원들 좀
are
전체적으로
T1 always
조합이
able to turn the game around with team fights?
수 있는 역할들
We had such a great comp,
이상으로 또 뽑아내는
and
수행
in the
능력이
mid to the late
생각해서
game,
그렇게
we
좀
all
좋게
know
나오는 것
what
같습니다.
to do,
팀원들에 대한
how to
신뢰와
play out the
호흡이
game
잘
in order to
맞았던
get the
것
win.
같습니다.
So I think
캐리아
it's a combination of all
선수의
that.
5번째 MSI입니다. MSI
And KERIA,
무대를
this is your
처음
fifth
밟았던
MSI.
2022년과 지금을 비교했을 때
Compared
캐리아
to
선수
when you
스스로
first
가장
stepped onto
달라진
the
점이
MSI
있다면
stage in
어떤 점일까요?
2022, what do you think has changed the most?
되고 싶었는데 지금은 좀 자신 있게
Back then, I really wanted to be the GOAT support. But right now, I can say I am the GOAT support itself.
그리고 한 번만 더 승리하게 되면 브래킷
Just
스테이지로 향하게
one
됩니다.
more win, you
마지막으로
will be heading to the
4라운드
bracket
어떤
stage.
폼으로 임할 예정이신지
What kinds
각오
of mindset
여쭙겠습니다.
and ambition will you bring to the next match?
코인이 있어가지고 좀 재밌겠는데
So far,
지면 바로 탈락이어가지고
it was a double elimination
네, 최선을
format,
다해서
so I was not too scared, but next one, we have to
기대하도록
lock in. You know,
하겠습니다.
one loss
역대급
and we're
캐리아
out, so
선수와
we're gonna
인터뷰
lock in.
나눠봤습니다. 다시 한번 승리 축하드립니다.
Thank you very much, KERIA, and please give it up one more time for the GOAT support itself, KERIA. Thank you very much.
And YIKE actually is going to get dashed on by PEYZ. The Crescent Guard comes in as they look to try and use ONER to peel, and down he will go to the GA. YEON is just dead in an instant. You were mentioning the DPS on the culling, and my God, T1 are just going to mow them down. The Nan to 4 from the grave. That one was a little bit too late for CANNA.
That's
and
it.
speaking of too late, it's too late for KC in this series.